You're listening to Lex Cunningham and Friends.
Woo! Woo! All right. Thank you, Kat, for the introduction. I'm Lex Cunningham. Welcome to the podcast. PG Pure Garbage Parental Guidance.
Look at my arms singing loud. Hero. Everybody's gonna get back. Hero. Get fly. Hero.
We are zero heroes.
Freaking out. I'm getting out. Hero.
We come from nothing, from smallness.
Hero. Get fly.
So in this podcast, if you want to reach out to me, any questions, you can reach me at lexcunningham9@gmail. I've received several. We came from nowhere trying to get somewhere, like all of you out there, and I can identify with your pain and your struggle. So hopefully you get a laugh and a chuckle out of this and get a chance to pee on someone's shoes.
You're an idiot.
So singer-songwriter Pharrell, you know, with the happy song, but happy, yeah. So this guy makes this song. It's heard around the world. It's heard in dentist's office. It's heard in shopping centers. It's heard in car. It's heard in garages. It's heard in laundromats. It's heard everywhere. The song goes around the world. People are dancing to it in aisles everywhere, tapping their toes, snapping their fingers. Little
You're
kids,
listening to
toddlers
Lex
are singing
Cunningham
the song.
and Friends.
First time I heard it, I was sitting with my daughter. I loved this song, saw it in the movie, heard it in the movie, and went, yeah, I like that song. Didn't know who did it until I understood that it was Pharrell. Hit maker, song maker, millionaire. Then I read in the Hollywood Reporter, which is an industry mag. And I was just curious. I was just reading it for no other reason than to read something. There's an article in there that says over 50,000 individuals who have written songs have royalties uncollected. From even Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch to these obscure bands that are being listened to on these various platforms. When I thought of Pharrell, how could this happen to him? Something so big gives such a small return. Since his song has been streamed from Pandora to Spotify, streaming services are everywhere. All these rappers with the flash, cash. Is it all real? Is it just a bad business deal, Pharrell? Think about it. Your song had 43 million plays in 4 months. 43 million plays in 4 months. There's guys out there making some money and they do not and will not ever see 43 million plays. Not in a 4-month period. Just in a 4-month period. I'm not talking about since then. Since the release of that song, Happy. And all you saw in that one quarter was $2,700? I think you're getting ripped off, son. Best talk to some people. Unless you didn't write the song and you're not the principal writer. NASA wants to probe deep into Uranus in search of smelly gas. Scientists stunned the world this year with a revelation that Uranus actually does smell, as NASA could soon actually breathe in the fumes. So apparently NASA wants to send a probe to Uranus. And within this probe, they want to be able to see what type of gases exist on Uranus for future exploration in regards to mineral resources. Who's in favor of going on that mission? Flying into Uranus to see if there's any gas. I know there's guys listening right now that would actually look up NASA to confirm it and then put in a name for application to go search Uranus. They're looking in the 2030s. Yeah, they're looking in 2030-ish. Go around Uranus and then actually get in there and see what type of mineral resources exist. Bring them back to Earth, and so begins the grand exploration into Uranus. They're also looking at orbiters.
Ooh, I like that.
Good afternoon, Lex. Barry Portley here. I just got out of a nice little soak, sitting in my house coat, about to smoke a cigar and have a lovely Johnny Walker on the rocks. Just wanted to say to the Pure Garbage Podcast fans, to you, Lex, Chowder, Mr. Smiles, everybody around the world that's been a part of this podcast and continuing to go strong into the new year. Just wanted to say very grateful to have you, and to all hey.
Brother T, who's pouring himself a hot coffee. Go ahead, pour.
I'll do that right now.
Yeah, you get that in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take one of those. And yeah, folks, first time we had Brother T on the podcast, and we're going to be talking the poor man's roast beef.
Prime rib.
Ooh, prime rib. Now, when you buy prime rib, unlike myself, you like to buy butcher's prime rib, or do you go into the local supermarket and how do you do yours?
Well, I'd love to buy the real expensive one, but it's pretty.
You'll take ground beef and you could put it through a grinder and make great burgers. So would you take prime rib?
No, I wouldn't take ground beef because it's already ground. Right? It's already ground.
Not ground beef through the...
Ooh,
got me.
I like
Not
that.
ground beef through the grinder. Take a prime rib.
No, I wouldn't even do that either. No, not prime rib. Prime rib is just basically good for like a good roast.
So when you're making a poor man's roast beef, what do you mean? You get like grade F meat? You go behind?
No, you get an eye of round.
Eye of round? Where do you get that? You don't go behind that place, that taco joint there, Taco Bell or anything, looking for meat. Now, the eye of round, for idiots out there like myself, eye of round comes from what part of the cow? It comes from what, the ass?
The backside, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You're
a separate
listening
part
to
of the
Lex
meat.
Cunningham
It's a juicy
and
ass.
Friends.
Oh, yeah, you can call it juicy ass if you like. Yeah, absolutely. Who likes something like a juicy ass?
So once you get it home, you're preparing it. What do? You have a few beers, throw it against the wall, and then toss it in the oven?
No. Listen, salt and pepper. If you want to go a little bit of onion powder and some garlic powder,
Yeah,
and then that's fine. Just make sure you coat it real nice.
make sure you coat that eye of
That's
round real nice.
Yeah.
Nothing from the old country? You're from the old country.
No, that's it. That's
Right,
all. It's
Scarborough?
like simple stuff, right? Don't need that.
So how long would I roast that sucker for?
That, if you got, let's say, a 4 pound roast,
Yeah.
you could probably, it's 7 minutes a pound.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's at $4.75.
Yeah.
So essentially, it's 28 minutes.
28 minutes.
All right. Here's the thing.
Okay.
$4.75.
Yeah.
Preheated oven, right?
Preheat.
Preheated oven.
Don't start it from cold, Jack.
It's got to be scorching hot.
Hear that, Chowder? Don't start it from cold.
You're listening to Lex Cunningham's Pure Garbage
475.
Podcast.
Yeah.
28 minutes.
28 minutes.
And after the 28 minutes is done,
Yeah.
shut your oven off
Shut it off.
and leave it. Do not open.
Don't open the oven.
Do not open. Do not pass go. Do not do anything.
Don't
Just
sniff,
leave it.
not a lick. Don't
Is it
stick your
over
finger
yet?
in there.
Don't
Taste
do
nothing.
nothing.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Don't touch it.
2.5 hours.
What?
2.5 hours. Done.
All right, time for Mr. Smiles.
What's up, guys? It's Mr. Smiles here of the Pure Garbage Podcast. Let's have a quick take.
You're
here. I wanna
listening to
talk
Lex
about
Cunningham's
Drake
Pure
and
Garbage
music in
Podcast.
general. Drake is a legend, one of the greatest, not just hip hop artists of all time, but one of the greatest musicians. And you can call them musicians. People say rappers aren't musicians, but a lot of people, especially in his hometown of Toronto, hate on Drake. The one thing I love about Drake, he always represents Toronto, the 6, where I'm from, where I grew up. But it's not even about that. It's about being the greatest artist in hip-hop industry's history. People like to big up Tupac, Biggie, all those guys. They're legends. I'm not taking anything away from those guys. They're legends. But Drake has had a decade-long run as the greatest rapper in the game. Certified hits, certified award-winning, certified record sales. But it's not even just that. All his songs bang. Like if you put on a Drake song at a party, you're dancing to it, you're enjoying it. Drake just makes great hip-hop music and great music in general. So it's for all the Drake haters out there, you guys don't know what the hell you're talking about. Here's a middle finger for you. Mr. Smiles, signing off.
Booyah! Thank you, Mr. Smiles, for that. And now, we travel to Chowderland.
Hello again. It's Chowder. Coming to you from the Chowder Cave. Don Cherry, the Canadian icon, the man everybody loves, the man everybody was sad got fired from Sportsnet. Well, he got fired with a very good reason. His time has come and gone. Or should I say, you people that love Don Cherry, his act has worn out, and it's been worn out for a long time. I'm sorry to disappoint everybody, but Don Cherry does not belong on live television. Not anymore. Not at this time. Maybe 20, 30 years ago? Sure. He was great. Loved him. Loved the Rock'em Sock'em videos. Blue the Dog. All of that. But it's not your time, Don. Your time has now come to our side, the dark side, the podcast side, the side where you can speak your mind and you won't get fired. You can speak your mind and people won't listen to you, or they will listen to you. He just wore out his welcome, folks. Chowder signing off.
Thank you, Chowder. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this podcast this week. Kat, get us out of here before shit starts.
Find Lex Cunningham's podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you find your podcasts.